Hello, this is Barry,
And I'm Karen.
and this is Embracing Marriage Together.
And tonight we are coming to you live on our podcast. And our tonight's topic will be embracing love.
Amen. And we're going to talk about honor tonight, just honor. Stay tuned. God bless everyone out there in Radio Land. This is Barry and Karen coming to you live from Embrace Marriage Ministries and on twitch.tv with our Embracing Marriage Together podcast with Barry and Karen. And we're just coming to you tonight just to talk about love and relationships. Since it's Valentine's, we decided to do this. We have different things that we want to talk about. We're going to try not to talk too much tonight because we started late, but we don't know what's going to happen. So we just going to let God have his way. Hello, wife.
Hey, how are you, honey?
I'm good. I miss my baby. She's been at work and I've been off. And Leo, what's up, Leo? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the podcast. Thank God for you joining us. So, as you see, we got our red shirts on, and we talking about one of our originals. This is our Gotta Be Different Embrace of Marriage shirts. This is our original. We might get to the point where we're gonna sell these shirts. So if y'all wanna buy one, buy one. We're working on that right now. So right now we're trying to we only have maybe made ourselves. We have a bunch made, but we will soon probably get with our designer, the guy that actually made these shirts, and he'll actually is the one that you can give me. You can work a partnership with him. Say where you got married. I've been married, Leo, for about 20-something years, 21 years now. Yeah, we've been married. What, you thought we was dating?
What's going on? Yeah, be 21 years in June.
Be 21 years in June. So that's why we do this marriage stuff, because we have a lot of different experiences that we can share. Now, let me let you know, we're not counselors. And we don't have degrees in social science and all this other stuff. I have a degree in computer networking. I have that, but I don't have a degree in that. What I do have, we do have, is experience, and we have. Oh, so you didn't know? Okay, that's all right. Okay. Yeah, so we do have experience of what we've been through and what we've learned from our life, and we can just offer things that we have come out of.
Yeah.
And what we have experienced. That's about all we can offer.
Yeah, and that's what we share. We just share our life experiences, our good times, bad times, ups and downs, and we just like to just share and encourage encourage people, and to let them know, hey, if God brought us out, He can bring you out.
That's right. We're like this other couple we saw. They call themselves marriage champions, and that's something that we are. We believe in marriage. We believe in the sanctity of it. We believe in relationships and right relationships, and we've been talking about that. As a matter of fact, we've been talking about having right relationships, and that's the biggest thing that's focused since it's Valentine's Day. We're talking about having a right relationship. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to the stream, Fallen Boy. So how long have we been married? We've been married for going on, in June would be 21 years. You say I love the sound of that thought. Yeah. All right. Oh, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, we've been married for 21 years, and we've been through ups and downs, ins and outs and all that.
Yeah.
And so we actually we wanted to have a renewal thing, but we never got a chance to do it. See, when we just talk a little bit about us, when we met, we didn't have a lot of resources, i.e., we didn't have any money. so you know, we ended up just working it the best way we know how, you know. And so God blessed us to be able to be together as long as we have. And yeah, you feel me there? Yeah. And we just, God just kept, as long as we stayed together. I mean, we've been through some changes, but the good thing about it is that we're still here together. Right. And we knew that our marriage would be an example to someone. That was our prayer, actually, that our marriage would be a example and a ministry to someone. They see people still wanting to be together, because a lot of people, they don't want to be together anymore. They just, they just want to be. They want to be in a relationship, but they don't want to be married.
They don't want to be committed.
They don't want to be committed. They just want to, just hang out. Live together. Excuse me, y'all. Do one more. I know my wife don't like this, but see how it's both. But yeah, the thing is that we have the experience, like I said, and my wife had the idea of us talking about different things. It's based on what people would commit to when they come to marriage, i.e., their marriage vows, or the traditional ones. And say, yeah, man, that's so true. People live more into their wedding, not enough into marriage. You know what? That's a good thought.
Excellent.
You ought to tweet that one, because that is the truth.
Yeah.
I've seen people spend tens of thousands of dollars on weddings. And they spend all this money on weddings. They went through all for invitations. They booked the venues, and they got the halls and did the reception and everything. Yeah. And so,
and the marriage didn't last long.
And it didn't last long. They went through all that. They had a longer engagement than they had marriage. So it's sad, but it's the truth. It's the situation that we find ourselves in. That's a good question. And still, thanks for joining the stream. Still,
yeah. What are the three things?
What are the three things that help you get through the downtowns?
Oh, I could say.
Yeah. One,
prayer.
Yeah. Now, like you say, I've probably already deduced, we're Christian, but that was one of the things that got us through our faith, and God basically got us through one of the things.
And two was encouraging one another.
Encouraging one another, yeah. And always remembering that we're, no matter what, we still gonna love each other, no matter what.
Yeah, love. Yeah. And love was one of the greatest. It was our foundation was built on God and on love.
Yeah.
And that was one of the three strongest things that held us together.
Yeah, that's right.
Was those three.
But one of the things, but a lot of people, if you don't commit yourself, a lot of people get in relationships, whether it's be marriage or whether they're dating or whether they're, dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, dating to me. They don't realize that. No, don't do that. We ain't got that kind of time. But we're just gonna talk. But one of the things that they don't realize, that it does take work in any relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a dating relationship, or whether it's a marriage. It takes work. We had to make a decision that we're gonna, when things are rough, we're gonna trust in the fact. Oh, I'll tell you another thing. If you want to add a fourth thing, our friendship.
Right.
As long as we kept that, I think that made a difference, because when we started dating, hey Holden, how you doing? When we started dating, and which we didn't date long. I mean, we dated maybe 90 days at the most.
Yeah.
We met each other 1 month, engaged the next month, and the next month we married. And a lot of people are still thrilled by that one. So yeah, well that's interesting. That's his. That looks weird, but you mean all this time he just get one? I know a man got one. Ben had one, but the thing is, back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really realize that all that takes work.
Yeah, it does.
And yeah, it say the best advice was given to me. Let me read that. That's pretty good. The best advice was given to me when you marry 3 people: the person you think you are, the person they really are, and the person you will result when you marry them. Oh man, that's hey, what's up, AK? AK, my boy is in the house. Alien King himself. Long live the king. But you look like a good cook. Thank you. We are. Believe me. Even though we had our, like I said, we had our ups and downs. God, oh no, it's now you ain't interrupt me.
Go ahead.
But I like that quote, Falling, because that's a good quote, because you do. But I also see too, when you marry, there is a relationship between 3.
Right.
You, the person that you marry, and God. The Bible says that there is a threefold cord is not easily broken. When they mentioned that scripture, it never mentioned, it said that 2 are better than 1. It started off saying. Then it said, well, because you have more work for your labor, but then, oh yeah. And so but then it mentions threefold cords not easily broken. So when you wind up 3 cords, it has more strength. He's that 3rd cord that keeps this marriage together. Now I believe that marriages can be successful if you do them right, whether you believe God or not. I believe you do them right. Thanks for the follow, Hold. Whether you do them right or not, they are whether you're in God or not, if you do them right, they will succeed. I believe that, because the principles don't state that you have to be saved or in church or anything like that. Well, thanks for the host. Let's go, thanks. Leo. And so in order to for these things to work, because the way he laid them out, anybody that does them will succeed. So I'm not going to say that if you're not Christian, then your marriage is not successful. Believe me, I know some Christian people divorced and over crazy stuff. I mean, just because the dude ain't trash out, you know, I've seen Christian people, divorce over and can say irreconcilable differences, simple stuff they could have worked out with counseling. They could talk to one another. When you have a breakdown in communication in any relationship, whether it be friendship, whether it be co-workers, whether it be marriage, when you have a breakdown in communication, you might as well say that relationship is dead. Because once that communication breaks down, there is no, you have to work on that. That's got to be an important thing. We have to always keep that in mind. Right. Now, what we're talking about tonight, we're talking about love and respect. That's what I put in the tweet. One of the things that we learned, we read a book based on this, but one of the things that we learned is that all men need respect, and all women need love. And you know, and because if you ask a man, would you rather his wife respect him or love him? He would say he would rather be respected than loved. That's it. If you ask a woman if she'd rather be respected than loved, she would say, I'd rather be loved than respected. Now, she would want respect because she feels that if you love her, you respect her. That's it. A man, he believes that, some, now, and I'm going to finish the statement, but I'm going to say something about that. But a man will feel loved if he's respected. Now, there are differences. Because people are different. Yeah. So there might be some women that will be big on respect and not so much on love. But still, if you boil it down to its least common denominator, she does want to be loved, because if she wouldn't be trying to find it. She ain't going around trying to find respect. No. She trying to find love. That's it. She just want respect added in the equation because she feels that if he loved me, he will respect me. Exactly. So, but if a man, he's not going out looking for love. See, can there be love without respect? No. 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 I don't think. No. if you truly love a person according to the way the word says you love him, you can love them without them ever having to reciprocate, without them now you can't love them without you respecting them. I think you show a certain amount of respect, you show honor to them by loving them. Here's the thing, I believe that there is a certain kind of equilibrium with that, because a lot of people will feel that I can love you but I don't respect you. And but I believe that each of us in our own way, male or female, we're looking for the respect and love on both sides. We're looking for both.
That's it. Because just using for example, like I say, he's big on respect, you know, and
oh yeah, real big.
So
it's a pet peeve.
I can't tell him that just say, hey man, you know, I love you, but then I don't respect you. That means then I talk to him rude. You know, I'm rude, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm hollering, I'm putting him down, I'm belittling.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not gonna feel that's not love. I mean, that's not love at all. You know, I just treat him like a dog and you know, do things like that to him. So
Yeah.
no, that I believe that's what he would want. And if I do those things, you know, if I love him, I talk to him with respect, I honor him, I don't yell and scream, so he is gonna feel love.
Yeah.
But if I do the opposite, no, he's not gonna feel love. He's gonna feel disrespected, and he's gonna feel like, well, no, you don't love me because look at how you talk to me.
Yeah.
And you know, he could ask me something, what? You know, this with a bad attitude. You know.
Yeah, you had to hear the story about
so do that sound so do that sound like love? No. Do that, I mean, he ain't gonna receive that then after I talk to him like that, you know, oh baby, I love you. Oh, I just love, you know.
Yeah.
No, that's crisscross all day long. You know, that's all
Well, that's the true statement when you're saying that, Fallen. It says it's hard to love one who does not love themselves. I've learned this the hard way. Here's the thing. The Bible says to love your neighbor as yourself.
Right.
That's basically what he's saying is, but the type of love that God wants us to have is a type of love to love people when they're not lovable. I want to read you something. I have read. I'm gonna pull this up. I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it now. But y'all got me filling my screen up with all unnecessary stuff. So I'm gonna minimize this window. And I'm gonna read this thing that I actually found today. And we was talking about the Bible mentions 4 different types of love. As soon as it comes up, I can tell you. Okay, there it is. And we shrink it so I can see myself. Give me a sec, y'all. Alright, so we can see each other. Alright. It's doing the most. Okay, now there you go.
Yeah, it is doing the most.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna change one screen so I can change it to one. Okay. Alright, I did this thing and it's based on 1 Corinthians 13, which is a scripture pertaining to love in the Bible. But this guy is talking about it, and he mentioned 4 different types of love that's mentioned in the Bible. 4. The first type was eros, which you get your erotic love. All right. Thanks for the follow, Best Parrot. It says eros is one word for love. It describes, as you might guess from the word itself, erotic love. It refers to sexual love. The second one is storge, which is storge, storge. Storge, bridges. Storge was the second word for love. It refers to family love, the kind of love that there is between a parent and a child, or between family members in general. That's the family type love. The second one is philia, which means it's a third word for love. It speaks of a brotherly friendship and affection. It is the love of deep friendship and partnership. and it might be described as the highest love of which man, without God's help, is capable of. Brotherly love. Agape. Now this is interesting. He had a whole paragraph for this one, so just bear with me. I'm gonna read this, and I liked this. When I read, my wife, she was like, "That's good." Did you know that you can't sneeze with open eye? No, yeah, you're right. You can't. That's an automatic reflex. Leo's. By the way, y'all, Leo, he's the fat guy. I say that's my favorite. It says agape is the fourth word for love. It is love that loves without changing. It is a self-giving love that gives without demanding or expecting repayment. It is love so great that it can be given to the unlovable or unappealing. It is love that loves even when it is rejected. Agape love gives and loves because it wants to. It does not demand or expect repayment from love again, from the love given. It gives because it loves. It does not love in order to receive. According to Alan Redpath, we get our English word agony from agape. It means the actual absorption of our being into one great passion. Strictly speaking, agape can't be defined as God's love because men is said to agape sin in the world. That's John 3:19, 1 John 2:15. But it can be defined as a sacrificial, giving, absorbing love. The word has little to do with emotion. It has much to do with self-denial for the sake of others. So now, say agape, that's where it's at. You right about that, bro.
You so right about it.
So that's the type of love that we should have with each other. The Bible says is that type of love is that how God loves us, and that's how we should love as a couple, or as any kind of relationship. Because there are different levels of it. You do have people who are only physically attracted, and that's the eros type, and you have the people who are lover. They love their family, and that's their family. That's storge, and they filial. They love their brother and sister around them. You know, that's more like that's your people in your church and your co-workers, those folk. You know, but then you talking about agape. That's a whole different scene, and that's the kind of love that he scribes for a relationship, a real intimate relationship with someone,
right,
including him, because he expects he wants us to love like he do, and if that's how he loves, then that's how we should love. Now we're gonna talk about this. Can we love without respect? But this is what respect means in the dictionary. A feeling of appreciative, offering differential regard, esteem, consideration, or appreciation. Due regard for something considered important or authoritative. Respect. That's what it feels. And to respect means to feel or show differential regard for, to esteem. So there was one particular one I liked it. An attitude of deference, admiration, esteem, regard, a state of being honored or esteemed. So you get the message here that you can't esteem someone. Now here's the thing: you can respect them without loving them.
Right.
You can respect them without loving them, but you can't love them without respecting. There is only one U.S. capital without a McDonald's. State capital without McDonald's. Which state? Which one is that? We'll find out in a moment, y'all. So need that respect. You're right. Yeah. So men, not all men, but most men need the respect from their significant other or from other people. Period.
Right.
That's why men have a real issue with being disrespected, especially this man. That's one, like you say, that's a big thing with me, because I believe that I believe in respecting others and me be respected. Okay, man. Well, I thank you for coming through, man. Yeah. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Well, we ain't gonna be too long too. Bye. We love you, man. You take care. So one of the things that we know that it's hard for us to walk around and say, hey, because if you, like I say, if you love him, that goes into admiration, it goes into respect, it goes into honoring that person. Because like I said, Jesus said this like this. He says, the word he used for honor means to value. He said, any man serve me, him will my Father honor.
Right.
So that means he will value him, that he will consider him valuable. A person is considered valuable to him if he honors his son. So now, one of the things that we have to look at it is that if we serve one another, God will honor us by our service to one another. He will honor us by us serving him. So, and also, if we serve one another, we'll honor one another.
That's it.
Because a lot of people, you know, it's a big thing about respect, because a lot of people are trying to vie for it. But you don't have to vie for it, because that's one thing you can sow and always get back if you sow it correctly. So if you sow disrespect, you're gonna reap disrespect. And you want to say, man, they don't never respect me. You know why? Because you don't ever give it.
Yeah.
Even if you do give it and you don't get it back, that's when the love part kicks in. Because just like we just read, now that's not saying that's something that you can just automatically do. You have to have the Spirit of God to be able to help you do that. Because he is the one that shows, sheds abroad in our heart the love of God. He puts it there. And the only way he can do that is that you have to allow him to do it. Meme Games, thanks for joining us. So one of the things that's right, seek kingdom from the rest will follow. That's true. You have to seek the kingdom first. And if you don't seek him first, then everything's out of whack. Everything's out of order. And one of the things that you have to, he tells you, he said, one of the things he says in Deuteronomy 6:1, he said, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Is you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul. Then Jesus taxed this other one in Leviticus 19 on this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. He says, on these two things hang all the law and the prophets. Love God, love people. So if you, basically that's the whole premise of the Bible, if you believe in it. That the whole premise of it is just loving God and loving people. It's not all the rules and all the regulations that might be in there is just summed up down to one thing. It's that.
Right.
And a lot of people think that, okay, why should I love when I'm not loved?
That's a good question.
Why should I love that person? They don't love me. You know, why should I respect me? They don't respect me. You know, but that's the wrong attitude to have. And that's what I had to go back to that lesson I just taught today on maturity. Because a lot of times, a lot of people are not mature in love, because love does mature. And if love and the love of God matures, and since it matures, you can grow with your love, grow in love, more and more each day.
That's it.
I tell you like this. You can go, there are certain aspects of love that you go through that once you know that you've been around each other long enough, you'll know if you really, really do love each other, because you stick around when everything goes wrong. You love each other despite how each other are. You got to build on that foundation on God. And you have to. That is your foundation. You don't have him in the deal. So how's it going? Dog gamer, girl gamer, hey dog girl gamer. That's one of our the guys I follow, and also Armand, that's one of his followers. I think part of the problem is people, Ellen King says, I think part of the problem is people have different ideas of what love, respect is and how to show it. That's true.
That's true.
There is because people, and like I said earlier, AK, what I told him, I said that a man looks at respect, if he feels that he's respected, he's loved. And if a woman feels that she's loved, she'll feel respected. And a lot of people think, well, it's the same, but in a sense, it's the same in different ways to them. Because one does complement the other. Because it's hard not to. If you love them, you're going to automatically respect them. But then I said earlier, you can respect them and not even like them.
Right.
I would start that in the military. You don't have to like the dude. You just have to follow his orders, because you respect who he is.
His rank.
His rank, not his person. because you may not even like the person. And I had some people that was on, when I was military, that was in command over me. I did not like them. I wanted to punch them in the face, and had the opportunity to do so. But I had to respect that rank.
Yes.
And them bars, I had to respect them, because that was the only thing that kept me in line. Respect the rank. That's it.
That's it. Yeah,
and that's the same way in in relationships, especially when it gets to the point where that person is just not themselves and not supposed to be and not being the way they're supposed to be. You might as well just respect the rank.
Yeah.
Look past it and say, well, I'm gonna respect the fact he's my wife. I respect the fact he's my husband. I might not like him as a person, but I have to respect who he is. Like she do that with me.
Yeah.
She for a moment she forget about Barry and then thinks about, okay, I'm gonna respect him as prophet, or respect him as a preacher, because that's who I am also.
Right.
I'll say, oh, yeah. So that's how you look at it. You have to look at it that you have to still respect the rank. So, and I had to suck up and eat a lot of crow and suck up a lot of time, just because I had to hold back to keep from putting my fist through their head, because because you have people that'll try you. Now, thankfully, like I said today, I deal with that kind of stuff, because I don't like people get disrespected, and I don't like to be disrespected. So, Nightbot's telling me there, they say, oh God, I forgot to change that. So that change, by the way, it's not prayer request, it's just prayer. It's just telling me my time is on. So if you type prayer in the exclamation prayer in the chat, you'll get our link to our prayer request. Yeah, so you say you still serving, so you, okay, well, thank you for your service. And because we know that a lot of people still serve. Yeah. And thank you for your service, man. We thank you for you doing it, because like I say, I know how it was. And so anybody knows, we know that. We had to learn how to respect that rank. And it pays in life, because you might have a boss that you just cannot stand. And we've all had at least one of them. You had a boss that you just cannot stand, and then all of a sudden you just look at it and it's like, you know what? I may not like this guy or this woman, but I'm gonna respect the fact that they're who they are as far as rank.
Yeah, and they are over you.
And they're over me. So and the Bible tells us to have to obey them to have rule over us according to the flesh. Right. So if you're a believer and you have someone that's over you, say don't even be respectful, not only to the good but also to the cruel. Right. Yeah. So if you have somebody that's just cruel, but you you have to honor the rank. Right. You just have to do it.
Yeah, because I believe that everything should be done in decent and in order, and I do believe that God set order. Yeah. It's God, your husband, and you and the kids, so everything should fall in line. So I do believe, firmly believe in that that I should honor and respect him as my husband. Now, even though he might be carrying himself in such a way that I might feel like at the time where he don't deserve it.
That's right.
Because a lot of women, they battle with that. He don't deserve it.
Yeah.
So, and you see a whole lot of married women, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, that they lose respect. Yeah. They literally lose respect for their husbands, they lose respect for their boss or whatever. But you still have to honor your husband. And from time to time, like I say, early on in marriage, like I say, we were married 21 years, so early on in our marriage, I did start losing respect for him. Big time. Yeah. And you could feel that when a person don't respect you, and you feel it, so and because the way I would talk to him, and the way I would respond to him, so they didn't feel, that's not love. I could sit up there and do that to him, and I say, that's I love you, but I didn't, and he don't feel it. He not gonna receive me telling him, well, baby, I love you, and then I'm disrespecting him and mistreating him with my words. We having this big war words, and he, and I have this bad attitude. And then I have the nerve to say I love you. He's not gonna feel that. He's not gonna receive it. He's not gonna accept that.
No.
That's like that just went all out the door. So I believe that we have to do everything in decency and in order, according to the word of God. You know, whether we feel like it as a wife or not. You know, we feel like, well, no, he don't deserve it because he don't. I hear a lot of women complaining, well, he don't help me around the house, and he don't help me with the kids, and the only thing he want to do is come home and sit on the couch and get the remote and watch TV because he feel like, well, hey, he done went out and did the 9 to 5, and he don't have to help. So they lose respect for their husband because they feel like, well, he's not contributing, so I don't have to respect him because he's not doing his part.
That's right.
But whether he do his part or not, you know, according to the word of God, you still have to respect your husband.
That's it.
And then if he's not still doing, you know, stop the yelling and the screaming and the hollering and start talking to God about him. And I can guarantee you that things will start lining up when you start praying, because that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
Because if I had to realize that the fussing and the nagging, it just make him feel disrespected, you know, yelling and screaming and getting these old crazy tones of voice and coming at him, you know, because I want things to change.
Yeah.
And because things wasn't changing fast enough or the way that I wanted it, you know, I would talk to him in a disrespectful tone. I would have this attitude. So I had to learn to do things differently. You know, stop being disrespectful and go by doing things the right way, and you'll get better results.
That's it. But you know, one of the things, like you said, one of the things I had to also realize too, that the only way that by us being connected the way we are, as long as I stay positive and stay up, it'll help her get past whatever she's dealing with.
Right.
But like I say, we ran into situations where we knew that a lot of it was because you have a lot of other stuff that comes at you too from the outside. And the enemy has really been attacking us from the outside, using every opportunity he can to try to divide us and whatnot. I say, but you know what? We had victory over that. See, one of the things that you have to do when you're in a situation like that, you ain't fighting for victory, you fighting from victory. Because the battle is already won. You said, now thanks be unto God who's always caused us to triumph and make a save his grace to us by us in every place. So he gives us the victory. So thanks be to God who gives us the victory in Christ Jesus. He's the one that's given us the victory already. So all we have to do is fight from victory, not for victory. We don't have to fight to win. The fight has already been won.
Right.
All we got to do is walk in the victory that's already been planned and laid out for us. So basically, we just take the prize, even though we didn't fight the fight. So one of the things that we have to realize is that when the enemy comes in and tries to divide you, whether it be in, like I say, any relationship, there is going to be some levels of strife. Say, yeah. So whatever levels of strife that you might have, whether it be in, like I said, in those things, you have to get the peace of God in the midst of the situation. Right. And so, but here's the question. So what if you don't believe in God? What do you do then? Well, one of the things you always have to recognize that, like I said, communication is key. You always have to talk to each other. You never want to get to the point where you stop talking, because that's what we did. If you hadn't seen it, you had to go back into check us, go to our website, embracethemarriagetogether.wordpress.com, and check out the links on our YouTube. Check out our YouTube, also our podcast. We have an audio version of it. Check out that one we did on stonewalling. We did a good one on that one. That was explain what do you do in a case. As long as you communicate and you're still able to talk and you're still able to communicate and just talk things out, you can be able to get past it. Right. But if you are Christian, it's good for you to pray first. Right. Pray first before you start any major discussion like that, because a lot of times you're gonna get emotional. We learned that the hard way. You get emotional, and you lose sight. There he is. There he is, the man himself, the magician. God bless you, magician. The magician himself. God bless you, man. That's Armand, and also that's some good friends. A good friend of ours, him and his wife. they are some good folks, man. Him and Dookie, they are awesome. So but like I say, man, marriages are work. Any relationship is work.
Yes.
And then see I like Coop. Coop come in, he come in hard. See, when he come in right. See, I know Coop, I know you didn't had a good stream, man. And you had to tell us about it. Well, there she is, yo. The Duke herself. God bless Dookie. Duke is also my mod. See, him and it's a husband-wife team. I have moderators as husband-wife team. Because, see, they believe in marriage. All right. See, Dark Girl Gamer has joined the party. Thank you, girl. Thank you. What's up, fam? What's happening? Say, man, we killing the shirts. Oh, yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm looking for, we going to market this stuff after a while. I'm telling you. God is doing some stuff. We thank God for you, just all y'all follows. Thank God for you just coming in the stream, all you wonderful folk. We hope you say something to be a blessing to you. See, that's your next project. You ought to do that, man. Yeah. We ought to get together on that. I'm telling you, we can sell some merch and bless people. Yeah,
put y'all brand on it.
Yeah, put your brand on it. And So yeah, this is say where my shirts at, Cool. Yeah, where y'all shirts at? So how'd your stream go? We gonna pause and ask y'all that. How'd your stream go? Cause I know y'all had an awesome time.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Valentine, man. I'm telling you, we doing it big. Now here's the thing. We talking about love and respect tonight. Now 5:30, so you go, okay, well, bless your heart, darling. I appreciate you. You get some sleep. Yes. We going to catch up with you soon. Stream was good? Good. I know you did it. You have a good night, too, hon. Oh, y'all did some, had some Gwen Hearts. Oh, man, I know you. That was a chill stream. Yeah, we was in the middle of trying to get this stuff together. We usually will watch it. You know how that works. We trying to get this stuff together so we're trying to manage everything and get everything together. So, but one of the things that, like I said, we're gonna during this week, since it's Valentine's Day is Thursday, we're gonna discuss different aspects of relationships. There might be some stuff that we might talk about. Wish I had said something. See how you doing, Wish. So. That's the say. Wish he had something to say. Now that's a game. That is a Twitch name right there. I wish I had something to say. I just read it. You do have something to say. You saying what's up? That's all that matters. So, well, like I said, man, God bless each and every one of those that come from. Thanks for that host, Scoop, and thanks for everybody that come in. I hope we say something that might be a blessing to y'all. We are talking about love and respect.
Yeah.
We talking about love, respect, and other relationships, and mainly marriage, but mostly other relationships. But since it's a marriage stream and also about relationships, we want to come in and talk about that. And so like I said, we do have our couple. We do have our couples. And how many? Let me ask you this: all those that are in the stream, how many of you are? Let's start with this. How many of you in the stream, I know Cooper and Duke are, they husband and wife, but how many of you are married in the stream? If you are married, type 1. If you're not, type 2. Just let me know, 1 or 2. Let me know how, see, you don't have to say nothing, just say 1 or 2. If you're married. Because I wanted to see how many married couples I got. Because we're going to talk about some stuff later on. He said 3. So 2 means that you're single. Man, you ain't single. Watch you kill me. Cool. Do go 1, he put 2. And then he's 2, so he's single. So it's a compromise. He said 3. We said 3. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna put that third gonna be God.
Third gonna be God. You married to you, your wife, and God. Okay, we gonna leave. See. That's funny. But so they like I say we so yeah, that's the one of the things that now if you yeah, you put 2 for single, that's good. I ain't gonna ask about what 3 means, so we gonna leave that alone. So but one of the things that reason why I'm asking is that now if you were married in a relationship but you're no longer in one, then type 3. So if you're in there and you were in one, then you can type 3. Let me know that, because we're going to deal with 3 different aspects. We're going to deal with, like I said, we're going to deal with like we deal with tonight. We deal with love and respect. 3. Okay. We also going to deal with separation, divorce. We're going to deal with affairs. But on Valentine's Day, we're going to break down 1 Corinthians 13. We're going to break it down, show what real love looks like. And that's what we're going to talk about. But tonight we're talking about love and respect. But then the other one is going to be, tomorrow is going to be cherishing. How you cherish one another. And how that you, what's the one? Cherish and
honor.
Honor and cherish. Okay. We're going to talk about honoring and cherishing one another. The difference between the two. You expecting Song of Solomon. Now you know what that if I had more time to do, we got a whole month, so like I said, I might get into that kind of thing. Say you got books you wrote and say that a book in the back. Oh, I'm glad you noticed that. These 4 books in the back are books my wife just got. We do recommend them. One of the ones is like I say, we're not sponsored by any of these people. We just recommend them. Those are 4 books that we recommend. The first one in the corner, the big one in the corner, just the most color, is Think Differently by what is his name? James McDowell.
It's real good.
It's real good. Think differently, and it helps you on how to think and how you deal with those thoughts. And he's doing based on 1 Corinthians. I think it's 2 Corinthians 10:6. I think it was. Casting down imagination, every high thought that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing it into captivity of thought to the obedience of Christ. They say, I know I've only come in the end of this, but you seem like a genuine nice couple. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're bringing it down. The next one I think is what's the next one next to it? The book.
One of them is the 7 Rings of Marriage.
Yeah, the 7 Rings of Marriage is one about, and then the Search for Significance, and the other one is some other marriage.
It's another marriage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we on Mama. It's Mama Falls in the house, y'all. Respect that's the Twitch Mama.
Hi Mama. Yeah, we talking about love and respect on tonight.
We talking about love and respect.
So whatever y'all want, y'all input, y'all want to share on that, just jump on in and feel free to say whatever you want to speak on and encourage. We're gonna encourage one another tonight.
That's it.
On how to love and respect one another in marriage and friendships, family. Whatever.
That's it.
Y'all just jump on in. We don't.
Now tell me, how long, Mama Fall, how long you and Papa Fall been married? How long y'all been married? I think Coop, you told me what y'all like. How long y'all been married? Tell me, both of y'all, how long y'all been married? You all do either one, because I know that. Okay, yeah, she's 30 years. I know it had been up there past us. So I'm gonna tell you the difference in the drastic years. So how long you been married? To you and Duke been married. Yeah, because we in the middle of y'all somewhere. So I'm gonna show y'all something that's actually difference. 11 months and days. Okay,
that's
so y'all
good.
married less than a year.
That's a long time.
I'm gonna tell you it's 11 months and days. So they only been married close to a year. Yeah, that's awesome. It is.
It is awesome.
She said no. How long? 1 year and a few days. Okay, straighten them out, dude. Straighten them out. Say the key is trust and communication, no matter what the problem. That's good. That's what we talked about.
Yes.
That's exactly what we're talking about. If your communication starts, if it breaks down, then you might as well say the relationship dies, because the life of any relationship is communication.
Right.
The life of any relationship, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whether it's marriage, whether it's friendship, the life of any relationship is communication. When there's a breakdown in communication, there is a breakdown in the relationship.
Right.
So you have to make sure that you have always communicate, to always have, to learn how, and that's what we use these books for, to learn how to communicate the right way. Because what we were doing, is we were communicating, but we were communicating the wrong way.
Yeah, we was doing it disrespectfully.
Yeah, we was doing
very, very disrespectful.
And unloving.
And very unloving. Yeah.
I was unloving, she was disrespectful. So, and that's where the problem fell. And they would say, Duke likes to turn off her phone when she gets mad. Now get a care. He wants you to get her. Now, Duke.
Nah.
Look.
We ain't gonna bash Duke.
We ain't gonna bash Duke on stream. We ain't finna do that. We'll talk to Duke later.
We'll talk to Duke later. But if you just want us just to give some loving, sweet advice.
Yeah, just try something different. But I'm gonna tell you this. No, I will say this. Say no, it died. I know. Well, here's the thing. Since they are moms, we do that with them. They know us a good while. So here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you like how we do. The only time that we actually don't talk is when we know that the discussion or the disagreement is going to get to the point where it's so emotional where we don't listen to one another. When we're talking over each other instead of talking to each other, then we stop. Yeah. Because we know that we're not getting through to each other, and we have to calm down and wait until a better time. So I say, but I do like the best. I say, but I do like to be silent and not talking to them. Britt, that's right. It's better than yelling before thinking. That's it. Because
that's when it turns disrespectful.
Yeah, because she can, you can approach it, because we do want to fix it. We as men want to fix it. So you approach it and say, hey, babe, Dukes, I want to talk to you, and and say, no, I don't want to talk. Well, look, I want to try to fix it. No, I don't want to talk. You can even then y'all keep on saying, then you look blankety blank, I don't want to talk. So, it goes like, y'all might say words like that, but other folk might. But, they'll get to the point where it get disrespect. My point is the disrespect will start to come. Then they'll start to really telling you all this other stuff that you really didn't want to hear, that you should have let them alone and let them process what they was dealing with. And so see, we didn't matter the gift of communication until a year and a half ago. I wish we listened to God long time ago. Would have been saved us a lot of pain. All of us. Yes. Because if we'd have learned what we learned now then, we
would have spared ourselves a whole lot also. Because that was one of the things I did.
Oh, hold up before you start that thought. Take care, Fallen. Again, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate you coming through, and thank you for the follow. Keep up with me on Twitter. Also, y'all follow me there. And thank you for following us on Mixer, man. God bless you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was big. I mean, I had it bad doing that. Especially like I said, when I would get so emotional. And he might say something to hurt my feelings. I mean, I would just come slamming. Like this, I would have barrels just cocked. I mean, I would be shooting. And because I was disrespectful. And I think that's how this came about. I say, well, baby, we need to talk about love and respect. And because I know at one point in our marriage, like I was saying earlier for those that just come on, I did one time lose respect for him. I mean, big time respect. I mean, he would talk to me. I'd just answer however I wanted, however I felt like it. I didn't care if it hurt his feelings or whatever. I was very, very dishonorable because I felt like he didn't deserve it. Yeah. I feel like hey, I'm hurt, and I was just thinking about myself. I'm hurt. You hurt me. And I was so disrespectful till it was pitiful. Yeah. So I'm learning that you have to honor.
Yeah, you have to get to the point where, I had to love her the way that I'm supposed to love her. Because if I love her the way I'm supposed to love her, then she'll feel respected. But if and she said she would go off too.
Yeah, you would, and you would go off because like I say, because you're coming out of a hurt place.
Yeah.
And trying to process the hurt, especially that person that I'm pointing here, that person that my husband, I just say like that my husband had, that they caused at the time. So I felt like, hey, you hurt me, you didn't care. You didn't take no kind of consideration of nothing.
Yeah.
So I felt like, and it just caused me to lose respect for him. And I would go, well, not every day, but I would go off when I would have those little moments.
Yeah.
When I would just like we would try to talk about something.
Yeah.
And maybe something in the discussion might come up and that hurt them. And so instead of me going by it the right way, and I wouldn't.
Yeah. And
I would just go off and make him feel bad and make him feel guilty and you name it, I did it.
Yeah.
And I did it in a disrespectful manner.
Well, you're right. Both of y'all are right about that. What you're saying. Forgiveness is the key, Mom. You're right about that. And people tend to bring up past baggage into the marriage. And but you know what? When you're married, you already had baggage. Because this is the miracle of marriage and the paradox of this thing called marriage is that God would take two different people from two different backgrounds with all this stuff and then combine them and make them one. That is a divine institution in itself. That is a divine thing, because there is no way that you can take this person and this person and put them together in the same room without them fussing.
Yeah, and just say get along. Just get along.
Yeah, they not. You can't put two people in a room and ask them to do something, and they were, and they not gonna agree some kind of way. I remember somebody was saying, I looked at this on a game. This phrase, anybody that played the game Mass Effect, I think it was Mass Effect 2, where he had to go and get one of his teammates. One of his teammates was a sergeant named Samara. Samara was a Justicar, which was like a bounty hunter for different things like that. But anyway, when he recruited, he asked her about, because they were old people, they get like 1,000-year-old or whatever. But then what happens, she's a matriarch at her old, which they get kind of old. But he asked her this question, what she thinks about human beings. And this is the phrase that she said, that should show the duplicity of people. She said, you can have, say a human being, she said, humans are interesting. So you can have 3 people in the room and get 6 opinions. And I said, you know what, that is the truth. You get 3 people in the room and get 6 opinions. That's the duplicity of how we think.
That's it.
So if you got 2 people in the room, y'all thinking 2 different ways. You thinking right or wrong, but you thinking, both of you are thinking 2 different ways at the same time. So it's 4 opinions in the room with 2 people.
Right.
So you got these 2 people with these different opinions about it, and the different ideologies and the different things they have about marriage and what their backgrounds and all this other stuff coming together, and we supposed to be one. There ain't nothing you can do on this earth can do that. No. That have to be God.
It have to be God, because I mean, the truth be told, when we first got married, well, we well know when we was engaged. Yeah. We don't have nothing in common. That's what mom just say her night day. Yeah, we do not. I mean, even now, we do not have nothing in common. Nothing at all. Except God. Shirts. Yeah. And these shirts. Yeah, because 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 a lot of times we like to base it on what we have in common. Yeah. So I had to learn to come in his world. He had to learn to come in my world. That's right. Because boy, we would clash, and I mean big time clashing, because he liked Star Trek, Star Wars, and all this stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. This was like every Saturday, Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm like. Star Trek Sunday, Star Trek Saturday, Star Wars Sunday. I already knew soon we get up good, he So and we just did. I mean, nothing in common. Yeah. The only thing we had in common was God. That was it. Yeah. God. That was.
But like you say, when you start dressing the same, you know you're in sync. I love Star Trek. Yeah, I do too. But here's the thing.
Nah, I watch it more than him.
Yeah, watch it more than me. She puts it on and watch it more than me.
Well, see, you know what is a catch to that?
Yeah.
Because I know I have to try to get him to get in the bed
That's
at a
the only
decent
way.
time. So I say, okay, let me put this on so he could.
Because I
go
lay
to
down
bed.
and watch it. That's the only thing would put me to sleep. She knew that.
Yeah.
She was gonna put it on automatically. It's like the dog ringing the bell and he salivate. That's kind of how it is. Say, well, okay, I'm gonna ring the bell and he gonna go to bed. Because I stay up till 2 and 3 in the morning.
And
just stay up. I won't be.
Up.
He said that's funny.
Yeah, he'd be up. So I said, okay, let me put on. I said, let me put on Star Trek or Star Wars.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I gotta read this. She said my husband asked me to marry him while we were watching Star Trek. Really?
Wow.
That was your proposal? Oh, that ain't nothing. We was watching TV too, and I asked him. Our proposal was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what is so strange about it? Because I had the fairy tale proposal. You know how they show on TV.
Oh yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be like that. When the day comes. I thought it was gonna be like the one neat a restaurant. Something like out of the ordinary.
Yeah, with the ring and all
that stuff. And his was just totally. It was so different till I thought he was joking.
Mm-hmm.
I seriously thought he was joking. He looked at me like, "Are you gonna answer?" I'm like, "Are you serious?"
No, her actual answer was for real.
Yeah, for real. 'Cause I seriously thought he was just, I say he just messing with me, Chuck.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like I say, I wanted the traditional thing, get on one knee and wine and dine and all that. So and with the way he did it in the middle.
You know what? That's funny because we was already through eating. Because he said, man, he fixed me about this chicken, y'all, because that's my favorite meal. He said, man, looked over with chicken in his hand and say, like, you want to marry me, babe?
No, it came. You know what? It came after the chicken.
It came after the chicken.
Cause yeah. Because he loved. Everybody loved my fried chicken.
Yeah, her fried chicken is bomb.
Everybody loved my fried chicken wings. So we did fried chicken, but it was like later on.
I think it was done. We just watching TV.
We was watching TV. Yeah, and he gave me a kiss, and during the kiss, after the kiss, he asked me to marry him, and I'm like, huh? What? I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I said, this boy just joking, playing with me. I ain't even finna pay them no mind.
She thought I wasn't serious, but I was.
And he was dead serious.
Yeah.
And did I ask you? I think I asked you. I said,
yeah. She asked me she asked for real, and I told her yeah I was, and then she accepted. And she said, you put cold chicken from Safeway on the table while Star Trek Next Generation was on. I got hooked on Next Generation ever since. Yeah, that'll do it. Every time you watch it, you remember that day.
Yes.
He said, well, man, look, I'll tell you, I said, we ever get together, I'm telling you gotta let her cook some. You ain't gonna never want no more kind of fried chicken from anywhere else, I'm telling you. She can do it, man.
Now, but I could cook anything. So I could cook any kind of meat.
She can. She's a real good cook.
I could cook whatever kind of meat you bring. I'll make it fall off the bone.
Yeah, it will.
And
she will.
And the seasoning go all the way through it. I like it. Yeah.
She do that.
Yeah.
So how do you know you wanted to marry her? One of the things that we did. We had prayed because we were trying to decide what day we was going to be married on. Mm-hmm. So we pretty much left it. No, that was before that. That was after the fact. How did I know? I just knew. I loved her. I knew I did, and we clicked, and we was connected already in the spirit.
Yeah, we had a friendship.
Yeah, we had a friendship. We
had a friendship
talked from the day that we first met, and we maintained that friendship.
Yeah.
And we were growing closer, and we knew that, and so
I was his Bible student.
Yeah, basically everything I knew about the word, and now we're talking about at that time at least 10 years worth of studying and 10 years worth of stuff. I dumped a whole 10 year worth of library in about 90 days. Because she was my first and only student. I dumped everything that I knew and a lot of stuff I know she knows. And so it's made it easy for me to communicate. What I was doing was I was just basically giving her a way to be able to talk to me. We can have something in common to talk about. Because like I said, didn't know what she knew and the capacity of what she knew, and I knew she knew a lot. She just would never say a lot, so I didn't know what she knew. So until now, she everything you're hearing basically is all them years, them 10 years I dumped in her, and plus what she learned on her own and what God has told her and stuff like that. But in the beginning, it increased her knowledge and it helped me because it made me be able to try to find ways to be able to be pass on, because I had to pass it on to someone, and who would better to do it than my own wife.
Yeah.
And so I knew that, and then too I knew that God had blessed me with her, because she was I knew it was gonna be a ministry together. And I say, well, she was everything I prayed for, and that's how I knew I was gonna marry, because I did pray before I met her, and
we both did.
We both did, yeah. And I prayed and I asked God for a certain type of woman, because I knew I was gonna have to do it. And so y'all went through. Oh, okay. See, your husband and I were friends and first met through a Christian singles pen pal group. They still had that.
Wow.
No, oh, that's back in the day.
Yeah, that was 30 years. Yeah,
that was back in the day when they had wagons and
yeah, I remember pen pal.
Boll weevils and diphtheria.
Yeah,
No, just kidding, Mama.
Like you telling me she
no
telling
email
age,
on Facebook. Just she told the age. On Facebook, just wrote each other and talked on the phone before. Yeah, actually. Right there long ago. Yeah. Say, but yeah, that's a good. But they had them back in the day. Well, that's good. See, but y'all developed a relationship and that friendship before you ever got together, so that's good. And
that's how we did. We were the same way.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. We about to get off too and go. Yeah, but I thank God for you, man. I thank God for you and your wife. And like I said, we gonna hook up whenever you come back from Russia. We gonna hook up. I mess with it because you're gonna be in Alaska, but you say you're gonna be like 2-3 years, so that's gonna be now. You never know. Sure, we might come. So we might come up there, because I ain't never been outside on that far up west. I'm being colorful. He's a Russian.
Yeah, he like going to hop, skip, and jump. Hop.
Yeah, that's it. Come on up. Say whenever. Oh yeah. So whenever you get settled, we might have to do that. Well, that's good. We'll come and check you out, because we may, like I say, we'll be due for a vacation soon, so you never know. But like I said, it'll be good, because then that's good for us to develop a relationship, and then now be able to, as a couple, as two couples, we always want to have someone to pass on what we know, and to mentor y'all, and to make sure that y'all have a successful marriage and help y'all through y'all situations and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's one thing I believe in. Hey, we help us one to another.
That's it. All right, we're going to read this last little thing, because Mom falls on the road tonight. So the history say, we met at a restaurant. I almost didn't come. Drove around the restaurant like 5 times.
Wow. And
got the courage to meet him. When I actually saw him, I saw his boots first, because I was afraid to look at his face. Dad is funny. But you know what? That's how it happens.
That's how it happens.
But tomorrow, that's going to be good. If y'all join us tomorrow, we want to hear some of y'all how y'all met the stories and stuff. And we're going to talk about, like I said, cherish, to honor and cherish. We're going to talk about that. And but like I said, if you're looking at us on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. You're checking us out on Twitch and Mixer, hit us with a follow. Looking at us on Periscope, hit us with some hearts. We have a bunch of hearts. I don't know where they come from, but I thank God for them. Just keep on hitting that heart button and let us know how you feel about what we do. And on Facebook Live, hit us with some comments. Join us there. Share this video. Share this video. If y'all know anybody that needs to hear this word, y'all in the chat, and everybody else that's listening to this, share it. Share it as many times as you need to. Had one person email me saying I'm going to share it with my subscribers and fans, that Stonewall video. So God is moving. We may not have a whole lot of people. We got a whole lot of people looking. I mean, our website is really glowing, so you check us out there. We're getting a lot of hits on that. We're coming up on 95 episodes on our podcast. We will be probably this week we'll hit this month we'll hit 100 episodes, and at 100 episodes we're gonna really do something big. So y'all be praying for us. Well, we won't do something big for you guys, because y'all really been with us all this time, even coming in like you do. Y'all looking let me see. I'm gonna do some shout outs for some people, especially my moms. I gotta shout them out. And we'll tell you about the bowling story. We've been down that road. You good at it, but boy,
my first experience while he's typing. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, I had cause that was one of our date nights.
Our first
date night that we had. We said we was gonna go bowling, and the bowling alley, I mean, it was crowded. Mm-hmm. So instead of me, doing it the right way, I was fixed up all cute and all that, and so I goes up there to get the ball, and
it's funny for real.
Yeah, and it was. So I'm sitting up there trying to have me a little style of bowling, honey, and did it all cute. And when I went back to slang that ball,
she hit the floor.
I hit the floor. Instead of me, trying to give me a little style and profile, while I'm bowling, do it all. And I hit that floor. I was like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, she hit the floor bottom first, and I was like, well, we're not gonna do any bowling.
No. We left there and went to the pool hall. I was like, yeah.
We bowled ever since then. We shot pool ever since then.
So at least I know one thing, if I go bowling again, don't try to be cute. Don't come up with all your, trying to look all professional like I know what I'm doing. And I did, You trying to get, trying to have me a little fancy style and profile while I sling the ball and all that.
Just chunk that ball and get it over with.
Yes, get it out your hand before it take you down on the floor like it did.
Yes, Lord. But we thank God for you all, and like I said, we're going to go and get off here, but we want you to know that if you need prayer, just go to our website, embraceamarriagetogether.wordpress.com/contact. Fill out that form. It'll send it straight to us in the email, and we'll pray for you, and we'll continue, and we'll answer you back. And let you know we got it, and also that we're praying for you, and if God give us anything to encourage you, we'll share that with you as well.
And on that note,
hold on, one more thing. Follow us on Twitter, so we'll know our events and know what we're doing. Also on the website. And on that note,
and I would like to say to all of you, thanks for joining us on tonight. Mm-hmm. And I would like to also say, embrace God, embrace love, embrace marriage, embrace life, and dare to be different, and love and respect one another.
Yeah, man. Good night, you all, and see you on the next. God bless.